Certificate of insurance, yeah, I mean, that would be, well, we got it for phase one. I know we changed it phase two with the letter of credit.
The conditions that you have in there, Gary,
we'll meet them all before we have to start.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Yeah, so, yeah, let me change that to those, and then the items listed in the letter from Ian dated, what the date of this one? Yeah, okay. I'll leave it, yeah, yes. Yeah, June 10th.
didn't talk. Is everybody okay with that change in the amendment? All right. That is it. Still seconded. Any other discussion? Sure, good. All right, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. See you Monday. Item of business, this is a conditional use permit for 990 Bell West Boulevard.
Hi, I'm Matt Saunders with JSD, representing this Appleman warehouse at 990 Bell West Boulevard. Also with me, I have Mark with Clear as the architect, builder, and also the general contractor. Dorothy and Scott, which are the owners. The warehouse will have 12 parking stalls in the warehouse for their food trucks, as well as an area to prep for various food things that they didn't have, and as well as storage. Also on the lot then is 12 parking stalls for the 12 vehicles that we'll have, as well as an ADA stall and a fire protection on site to meet these formal requirements. Just a bit, I guess.
MSA comments.
It was a little wonky, not bad, just wonky, because they put their packet and everything together, basically using our old ordinance and then submitted after our new ordinance went into effect. Not a whole lot changed essentially, but a few things that they left out, like bike parking and stuff like that, they're in the new ordinance, not necessarily the old ordinance, so I showed them, I will touch on a few things in there. Okay.
So have all the items in your June 10th letter been taken care of, or?
I know that we got correspondence from you guys and that something new was submitted. I did not have a chance to look at it before the meeting.
Yeah, we had
I'm just
addressed them,
there's nothing in it.
or at least answered them and updated the plans and stormwater management. Kevin did look at them. I don't know if he had any further follow-up, but yeah, you have to look at it and stuff. You have problems with or want to change the site?
Yeah, they said there's nothing insurmountable in here. I mean, there's a lot of, the recommendations are just, for the most part, just tiny things.
Okay.
So the thing that's on there that I don't know if you guys addressed or wanted to address was the possibly having a fence between you guys and the adjacent residential lot.
We did add some additional trees and landscape there to block any of anything. There was a transformer there and then some of the trash and stuff. So it added some additional trees there.
Cool.
To address that.
Because everything, most of the stuff is minor, lighting for the sidewalk, and bike rack, and 24-foot wide entrance for the driveway, so you're gonna have two-way traffic there.
If I can the view of
Screening, screening,
and AC.
Hey, Gary,
yeah.
just one comment. Matt did call me and went through some of these comments, and like he said, they did submit some stuff. I probably haven't went through everything, but Matt can probably explain this as well, but I do agree with him. So they do have 24-foot wide where there is parking on the west side of the building, but what they originally submitted, it's 20 feet wide, like on the north and south, maybe even the east side of the building, but there's no parking there. And I do agree with him that is fine. That's still fine for two-way traffic because the ordinance allows 20-foot wide if you had parallel parking. That's still, a minimum width of 20 feet for two-way traffic there. If you did have 20, so I think the 24-foot wide is just for basically like the 90-degree parking. If you're backing up, need the room to back up and pull out and stuff like that. Like I said, the ordinance does say, so I'm fine with that being 20 foot after talking with Matt, talking through that with Matt based on the ordinance now as well. So.
Okay. And did we not have at a previous meeting, just so for transparency here, was there not some concerns about?
So we did hold a public hearing on this, I think it was back in February.
Yeah.
And there was one letter from the neighbor,
Okay.
but there was no real
Yeah, nothing to say. Okay.
concerns
I was trying to remember back.
that couldn't be addressed or haven't already.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were concerned about the amount of traffic that would be generated.
And that's,
primarily, and whether it would fit in with the aesthetics for the area.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a whole lot of traffic with food truck going, leaving and somebody coming, worker coming, dropping off their car, even with the new vehicle.
So your traffic would be your supplies or your stuff being delivered, right? And then it'll be your 12 trucks going out, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the misconception there is that it was made, but at that time, we held a public hearing. So your warehouse or something like you're thinking a much different operation than what this actually is.
But you will have semis coming and delivering product to your building, right? So that you can put it onto your trucks and take them out or?
I think they have some semis for some of the food and stuff that we deliver. I don't think they're in how often they go.
Yeah, maybe every other week.
Okay.
One delivery.
All right. Yeah, that's not that much. So.
Much of it.
Yeah, right.
More of a garage with a food prep area.
Pretty much, yeah. Just trying to grow their amount of vehicles and things that we're part of and stuff.
This also seems like it'd be fairly seasonal.
To
an extent, probably not doing outdoor food trucks in January.
Kona Ice is April through October. And we have 2 coffee trucks, which are year round. The weather is good in the winter, pretty much seasonal.
I'll make a motion to approve the conditional use permit for the warehouse use at 990 Bell West Boulevard, lot 29 of the Bell West subdivision, subject to the conditions of approval outlined in the staff report. Second by Gary. Any additional comments by anyone? Down there. All right, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
The resolution for that on consent agenda in July.
All right.
He's around still.
And moving on to the next item, conditional use permits. 520 Enterprise Drive.
It should be Avenue, right?
Right, did I miss something?
Yeah, you had
Yeah,
drive.
sorry.
Avenue.
Like the next item you had, or for one of the ordinances, you had CMS, I'm thinking, what are we dealing with? God, Medicare and Medicaid. That's okay.
That I copy pasted right from Ian, so I'm going to plead with it.
Do we want to do the public hearing before the presentation?
That would be fun. Is the, do you want me to see? Yeah, do you want to just share a little bit before the,
So we are third generation business here. My kids are running it, they couldn't be here tonight. So I don't know if I'll get this way, but they're trying to make it a little more broad. Our business has changed some since we originally started there. We did a lot more repair work, a lot of farm repair. We are now more of a production facility. So we build a lot of big items. They want to make sure that it's okay to put those in the parking lot for staging areas, as well as material that comes in, because we have so much steel, it doesn't fit inside the building. So they just wanted to kind of broaden the conditional use permit so that those things are allowed outside. We get them in as soon as we can to do the work and get them shipped out. It isn't like we're just storing steel outside because it gets rusty and all that. But, they are currently going through long-range planning for the business. I suspect they will be building more buildings, and so it's.
Mom's gonna get out of it before that, right?
I'm doing it, yes. I said any more that they build is up to them. But so it's just kind of to broaden the conditional use permit to allow, you know, it's a more general thing, I think. We will still do some repair work of big equipment, but that comes in and out pretty quickly. Just when people bring stuff in, they don't want to wait forever, you know. So it's like bring it in, fix it, they come and get it. I don't know if anyone has any questions. I'll do my best to answer it, but those boys were supposed to be here. They don't want me.
Yeah, I reached out to these guys, because a couple years ago, now when I started doing this part of the job, I had to go by and kind of search and see what conditional use permits we had out there, because nobody was doing anything with them. And I just wanted to make sure that whichever ones were still in use, because I had no idea which ones were still valid, that those businesses, the CUPs fit the way the businesses work now. So kind of start fresh and clean, because, you know, CUPs are supposed to be inspected annually and followed up on all kinds of stuff. We had never done that. So everybody I gave kind of like kick at the can, you know, if they want to try to update their CUP to reflect the way they actually operate now. That we can go through it, you know, no fee or anything, just to make sure that, you know, everything's starting in a good place. And so the only thing that with this CUP was the outside storage. And so we met a few times. It's kind of awesome going through there. I love seeing everything humming and working, whatever. But yeah, I mean, the outside of the storage is just being used for these materials. So there's nothing crazy going on. There's no code compliance issues really. Yeah, so I don't see any issue with it whatsoever.
So there's no ordinance or anything for fencing or anything to deal with that?
There is, but this would have been done before the new ordinance came into effect. So we still have to go, applications received are locked into the ordinance at the time the application. Yeah, the ordinance is locked in at the time the application is received. And this was, the screening was a new ad in the new ordinance. So this would still be grandfathered.
Like I said, they have plans on growing, expanding, you know, I mean, they have a 120 by 180 building, and we built another building on the lot, which is used for materials. So I suspect, like I said, I don't know their long-range plans, but they're working on it. So they're providing more buildings put up, and or another building at least. Probably gonna have to expand the parking lot because we started out with like 12 employees, we now have over 50. locations. There's a lot of growth there. You may be back.
It sounds like it. We've landed on the west side. All right.
I'll make a motion to
So we have a public-
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, okay, does anyone have any other questions before I open the hearing? And I'll open the public hearing at 6:25 PM.
We did post this, public hearing notice in the Messenger Recorder on May 21st and 28th, and the agenda was posted at Village Hall, Village Center, the library, and on the website on, June 4th.
All right, and do we have any public participation?
No one signed up.
No one's online. This is order, right? Public participation.
Did I, yeah, it should be,
I have to ask for comments before I close. the
oh, you
meeting.
know what, it's on the next, top of the next
Yeah.
page, yeah. You still have to do it.
Yeah, I was like, I can't close it before I ask 3 times. That's my favorite part.
My favorite.
All right. Are there any other comments? Are there any other comments? And are there any other comments? All right, I now close the public hearing at 6:26 PM.
Now I'll make a motion to approve Plan Commission Resolution 2026-03.
Motion by Gary, seconded by Kelly. Discussion by the committee. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lori. Thank you.
Ordinance updates, public hearing. I now open the public hearing for ordinances update at 6:27.
That thing I said about posting, I did it for this one too.
All right. Any public participation?
I have nothing, nobody, scheduled at this time.
It's getting lonely out here. Comments? Any other comments? Any other comments? Any other comments? Hearing none. I will close the public hearing at 6:27. Need seconds on this one?
No. Do you want to wait till
Six.
the
All right, well, let's hang it open until 6:28. All right, yep, 6:28. Closed. All right, so the Downtown Festival District review.
This is when we updated, or when I updated the ordinances, the downtown festival district was outlined in, you know, how to create it, add, subtract, parcels to it and all that kind of stuff. The activation bit was the bit that I messed up on. And so there's 2 distinct tracks. There's the plan commission, which is in charge of, you know, changing the zoning or adding or subtracting this overlay district to different parcels. And then there's the village board who actually activates it for special events. And so this just delineates the 2 bodies in there. Yeah, responsibility.
Very wordy. I don't know if that's a process, but I guess it's needed, huh?
Considering it's only been used once.
Yeah.
So,
You guys are the ones who want to use it. You want to use it, that's fine, we're rid of it.
Well, it's there, we don't have to get rid of it.
there.
That'll take a whole, another, meeting.
Right, doesn't harm anything to have it.
Yeah, there was nothing in here that
It's like nobody ever snuck booze in the Summerfest in this place. Come on.
all right. Do you want separate motions for each of these or?
So actually, the number C, the next one, the administrative lot combination, I want to hold off on that one. Not quite done yet. I've been fighting back and forth with Dane County because they want to be special and pretty like Dane County does. And so I got the assessor involved, so that might change. So I just want to hold on. But D and D are the ones.
Yes, I do want separate motions on B and D, so we can, and what we're doing is
Recommend.
recommending under the board, yes.
All right, so
I'll make a motion to recommend ordinance 15-134. 16, sorry, -134 downtown festival district to the board.
second. Discussion. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes to send that to the board for the festival district. And we're gonna skip C for now, administrative lot combination.
We're just totally skipping it?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna skip one, but I didn't remember, I didn't know which one, so
It's okay though.
And we got item D, which is delegation of CMS approval authority in adding sections 15.034 non-major CMS administrative.
Yes, the certified map survey.
Yeah.
So it's CSM, but yeah, so this isn't too dissimilar to the policy that we have for small site plans, plan of operation, where I can just approve them at a staff level if they're below a certain threshold. It's kind of the same thing for a certified survey map, so that somebody who just wants to come in here and split a duplex into two taxable parcels, like you guys they don't need to go through the whole thing. You would eventually still need to have it and on a consent agenda and approve it afterwards for statute, but you don't have to go through the whole application process. If it checks the boxes and it's, 4 parcels or less, I could approve it at a staff level and throw it on the consent agenda. Still provide everything you guys, but it depends what you want to do. I've been asked for it a couple of times. And so, yeah.
So your example, you said splitting a duplex into two, but this is combining, so it'd be combining both sides of the
Sorry,
duplex.
the combination one is the one that we're skipping for now. So
I picked the wrong one.
So it's a 15.034 would be the ordinance number. And so this is like, if somebody wanted to create 4 lots out of one and build like 4 single families or whatever, as long as there wasn't any dedication of public infrastructure or public land, it was no more than 4 lots, everything met the thresholds in ordinance, then it could be administratively approved. If any one of the list of things that are in there, aren't checked, then it would automatically come to you guys instead. It's mostly honestly because we've had quite a few people who own duplexes, like real estate investors who own duplexes, and their exit strategy is to split them into taxable parcels and sell them as condos, stuff like that. Like I know that we've got at least 3 more applications from one. That was the last person that asked me about doing this. Was somebody who didn't want to go through the whole thing again. It doesn't require a rezone so long as they're in one of the new zoning districts that allows for it, which all of them currently are.
So what might be an example of a 4 lot? Would that be just someone like taking their acre lot and splitting it into?
Yeah, that would be a good example. Yeah, as long as it doesn't require a rezone. If it requires a rezone, that automatically triggers it, so it comes here. So that would kind of preclude anyone from making an acre or acre and a half single-family, low-density lot into 4 higher-density lots. They would need to change the zoning, so it would need to come here. But if somebody's got, like I said, a duplex, go to 0 lot line, or 4-plex, go to 0 lot line, we could do that. If someone has, you know, a lot that is 18,000 square feet, so just shy of half an acre, and they want to split it into 2 single-family lots, you can do that. That's so long as each individual lot at the square footage and the frontage requirements and all that.
That wouldn't be my only concern. I understand the duplexes, splitting are a lot, but like, you know, do we do anything like in established neighborhoods with people, you know, since we reduced the minimum lot size, it gets a little tricky. And then I think, obviously, when we do that, people are here. So is it something administratively that we just do, or is it something that we want to go through a more formal process? I don't know.
Well, we do have, it's on the consent agenda, so if there's issues, we can have it removed and, you know, we can overrule it, or overrule his decision too, you know, if we get flack about it or whatever, so.
Yeah, you guys have to approve the final product regardless. So if anything I approve will show up on the consent agenda the next meeting.
So like what areas of the village might this actually occur in? Does that apply to any of the industrial park or?
I couldn't really see any apply.
I got a hard time seeing splitting a 4-plex ever into 4 separate units. You would have to have driveway on each side or something, I think.
No, you could do it if you're doing like yeah, you could do it if you were doing a 4-plex and splitting it into 4 individual condo units, you could do that. If you're doing any more than 4 that require a PUD.
Otherwise, I see where this might happen would be, we've got, you know, a couple residences with slightly larger lots. If they wanted to split off, you know, an unused portion, would that require rezoning generally because it would be higher density?
Like I said, it depends what it is. So if somebody has, let's say somebody has that acre a lot and they want to subdivide it into two single family homes. One home already exists, and let's use a good one on Park Street we did not that long ago where it was an acre lot and we split it into half-acre lots. A half-acre lot would still qualify for that zoning district. You could still build a single family house. It's got the more than enough square footage because I think it's 12,000. Half acre would be over 20. So there's no zoning would be required there. If you're going to go any more dense, then you would have to change the zoning and it would have to come through with a rezone.
So this would apply to the couple, like the condos or duplexes that we've split the last.
The duplexes, yeah, the one on South Park Street that I just thought about, the Francois CSM that we had last year or the year before.
What about, weren't there a couple down here in Cosgrove? Yeah, so it would be those, yeah.
He's got 3 more that he wants to do.
Yeah, so that would be those, it'd be that kind of thing, right?
And then we did one for Petrie and Baker's Woods, and he's got 11 more of them. So there's that. Really anywhere that they exist. I mean, that's like the most popular exit strategy now. So
I got no problem with that. It seems like it's pretty safe.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you guys aren't comfortable with it, then don't do it. That's fine. But I'm not
trying to understand
pushing
the scenarios that might be enacted.
Well, I mean, because it's still, as long as it's still got to be in a consent agenda, that takes a little of the pressure off of you, or, you know, if you do it, it's us turning it down the road. So, you know, by not approving that consent agenda item or whatever, so.
Like I said, it would have to check all the boxes. That
Right, yeah, there were quite a few things
for me to be able to do it.
Yeah.
So anywhere where new road, new sewer, new water, new stormwater, anything like that would have to go in, that doesn't qualify. Anywhere where there's a zoning change, that doesn't qualify.
So new mains, if it's just laterals.
Laterals are fine, but mains, yeah.
The other duplex I have no problem for, it's just some of those other ones that might create a little bit more, you know. But I think we have approved those, so.
I put it in there that I can always kick it up to you guys too, so if something does get a little wonky, I can always be like, okay, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, if there's, yeah.
That was,
So it would come through you and then come to planning if it needed to, and then,
Yeah, it's gonna come to you either way. Either one way it would be its own standalone agenda item, or it would be in the consent agenda. You'd still have the information there and everything.
I talked to Ian earlier, the only two comments I had was, what's that trigger for bringing it to us and not, but it's gonna be your judgment more or less, I'm thinking on that. And then the other comment I had in there is he's got, in most places, he had zoning administrator spelled out, and then he went to ZA all right. So, I don't know, I think it's an ordinance, we should probably spell the position out, but whatever, so that's just a.
I believe if you define zoning administrator as having the
Elsewhere.
document.
Yeah, I didn't do that though.
I didn't see it, I looked, yeah, I didn't see it, so.
I'll make a motion that we bring the ordinance amending section 15.034 and creating section 15.036 to the village board.
Second.
So second by Gary. Any additional discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Right. Any announcements, statements, or questions? Quiet night. Future agenda items.
One, we put it for next month. Beer garden application actually for the taco place.
Taqueria?
Yeah, near the Piggly Wiggly.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The beer garden application
Or,
for the taco place up near the
Oh,
Piggly Wiggly.
really?
where's that beer garden gonna be?
In the front three parking lot spaces.
Okay.
So,
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not much space.
no, it's very small beer garden.
It's tiny.
He also has, a brand new liquor applications out that we're going.
Very good.
But, I don't remember, is there anything else, Ian? That's the only application I have for July.
I don't think the only thing I'm waiting on now is the annexations for the two new developments. But until those are annexed in, they won't be able to be brought here. So, I don't think that's right. Well, it's not gonna happen for July. I don't think it's gonna happen for August.
All right. Next meeting, July 8th. And I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Seconded by Larry. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, we are adjourned at 6:43.